EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight we wrap up a great Sunday here in Super Wild Card Weekend, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last, and off we go here in the wild card round. They'll run. This is Bashal Tutin.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
With it is Brown. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, home field. Get ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashal Tutin, 44 yards. And the Jags will strike first here in this wild card matchup. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now 3rd down and 7. To throw is Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he gets us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
Isaiah
On fourth down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt.
In punt formation.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up in the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the return will stop right around the 25. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 25 yards. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he is going to have the Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you have there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
First and 10 at the 49-yard.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and when we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
180. Nice shot.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now a 3rd and 6.
180.
Play action. It's Jackson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them.
And the Jags grab it. The big fella. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Into space at the 45.
As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe get their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
A 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
Jackson now.
On target to his man, Likely.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set up. Ready. Set up.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10.
Middle. Ready.
Jackson finds his man over the middle. It's likely. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Jackson. And he is caught. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Right. 180. Nice shot.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 80 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Here we go. Hey, check. Ready?
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Drops it underneath for Truton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Let's go now. Ready.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. 2nd and 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Ready?
Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jackson going to keep it. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. Now the Ravens going to use one of their time outs as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Right side, there's Likely with it. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now a 2nd and 2.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Looking to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Nnamdi Madubuike. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 3rd down and 13. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought one of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of score a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Quick strikeout wide by Jackson. Now inside the 25.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change.
The ball comes out. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He gets it to Thomas. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Here we go.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's got daylight. Inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bayshore Tootin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Escapes the defender. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Ready?
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 5. Here's Pacheco once again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 169 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Yellow. 22. Yellow. Cut.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Come on, set. 60 red. Hey.
In motion goes the tight end.
Last shot. Set.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down.
Pause red.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw here.
That's complete. He's got Tootin.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Take Bigsby
From 17 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Alpha, sit on. What?
A give right side for Pacheco.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
From the gun, Jackson.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They go play action with Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They go play action now. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this a very important drive leading into the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Come on, dog red.
Second and 9 now. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Jaguars use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
For the two-point conversion.
That's caught at the 2. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, first and 10. So nothing doing there, and that's going to bring up second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
Now Lamar changing the look. On 3rd down, Mixon shreds him with a stiff arm. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is caught, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 38 yards. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. And we may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that big-time drive right there? If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
set. 10 black. Hut, hut.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready?
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he doesn't get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short game.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Let's go. Ready.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. Connecting with Mixon. And he'll have a first down here up past the 30, but he's brought down in bounds. Here's Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And that is incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. Set hard. Set hard. 13. Hey.
Throwing. Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.